Still sipping my coffee. All day I'll be sipping my coffee. Let me grab something. Gonna grab my shoes, my house shoes. And make a Challah French toast. All right. So here's the bread that I baked yesterday. And I'm going to put 2 cups of milk, 4 eggs. Maybe let me do the eggs first. Just because if there's any eggshell, I can pick it out. But if I already have milk in there, I won't be able to see the eggshell. So grab a few eggs. 4 eggs, right? I don't have cream because I used it up yesterday to make chicken Alfredo. I didn't have a lot to begin with, but the little that I did have, I used it up to make that. To make dinner. Good dinner. All right, so I have 4 eggs in here, and then I'm gonna add, usually you're supposed to be adding heavy cream, or at least half and half. If that doesn't work, full cream milk, but I have 2% milk. So it's gonna have to do. So 1 cup and 2 cup. It is gonna have to do. I'm making some French toast, y'all. Because you can have French toast for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So in here I have 4 eggs and 2 cups of milk. I don't have heavy cream. That's much better to use because you're trying to form a custard. So you're really dipping the bread into the custard that you made. And this is the bread that I made yesterday. The challah bread that I made yesterday. So I suppose I could just use a whisk, but this is fine too. I'm going to use this and then cut my bread into about 2 inches or so. But first, let me get my vanilla. And let me get some, what is this? That's apple. I'm looking for cinnamon. I have cinnamon sticks. I have a lot of things in here. But I do have cinnamon, that's for sure. That's allspice. I suppose allspice could go. Ooh, pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. I suppose I could just dip a cinnamon stick in there. But, however, I do have cinnamon. Somewhere. I have every spice known to man. I'm the spice lady. I'm spicy, y'all. I don't know, I suppose I could add allspice. I don't think that would be bad. But really, I'm looking for cinnamon. Hey, but we can switch it up. We can switch it up for sure. And I'm just gonna, maybe a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon. Hello. So, stirring this up, I will, and I'm a dabbler, so I just, what I think 1 teaspoon looks like, that's gonna go in there. What am I making? I made some challah bread, challah. I made some challah yesterday, and you guys can look at that video. You can watch that video. And now I'm gonna cut it up about this much. And then I'm gonna make French toast with it. So that's what I'm making for the person that's asking, what am I making? And I'm using allspice. Let me see. I was looking for my cinnamon, but it's somewhere up there in my many spices. But I bet you this will give it a good flavor, allspice. I was going for this, it's probably gonna be one of those like happy accidents, those really good accidents. Hi! Where you make something and you weren't intending it to be that way, but it ends up tasting good. Gracie, you want to give Bailey a treat? All right, I think that's enough. I don't want to overdouse it with the allspice because I don't want it to be heavily spiced, especially since I'm not using the average cinnamon that we normally put in our French toast. So here's that. Put that to the side for a little bit. Bring in my So, like I said, I made this yesterday, and they want for your custard, you want to dip some like day-old bread to make French toast. So I'm gonna make it thick enough, but not too thick. And then I'll just dip it in there. We tried it yesterday when it was nice and warm and fresh. It tasted good. So here we are. And here this is, and I'm gonna dip it in here and let it soak up. Ooh. Speaking of letting it soak up, I'm gonna pull this up here. I forgot to add a little bit of salt in here. So I'm gonna use my little fork that I was using. And I'm just gonna douse a little bit of salt in there. Or not douse, more like sprinkle a little bit of salt in there. Just to give, since the bread is already kind of sweet, not too sweet. I mean, it's challah bread, but it's not too sweet. So, all right, I'm gonna let that sit in there, do its thing, soak up. Now, in here, I'm gonna put some butter and let it heat up. Ooh, let me bring you guys closer. How much closer can you get? Oh, I suppose I can put this away. I've been trying to learn to put stuff away as I'm doing it. It looks good, thank you. It tasted good too, it tasted decent. I'm not a pro baker or pro cook, I just cook for my family. So look at that. It does look good, actually. It's a perfect piece of bread.
Can I try some?
Yeah, I'm making some French toast with it.
Try some.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little close so you guys, can you see from where I am? Okay, what I'm doing is adding some butter in there right now. And you gotta add enough butter because you don't want your French toast to be dry, I guess. You want it to cook well in here, so we're adding enough butter in this pan. And let it heat up and let it bubble a little bit, like small, tiny bubbles, right? We want small bubbles in our butter. because when it's heating up too much, then the bubbles, when the bubbles are bigger, you'll know that it's heating up too much. Oh, I wish I can talk. I can talk. I promise. Sounds like I can't right now. I'm battling to get words out. It's probably because I'm new to filming myself. It's a strange thing to do. You know, it's a strange thing to film yourself talking. So, and now I'm going to bring this closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. So, here's my butter. All right. Yeah, that's close. Alrighty. I'm bringing a more light in here. See if that works, if that helps. I feel like it does a little bit. I'm trying to gauge how much butter I need in there. All right. Look at this. Look at this. So, here's my French toast. Good thing this is like see-through, so you can kind of see it a little bit. So I'm letting that soak up. Let's see. Good to see this. There we go. And then, of course, I have some more over here that I'm going to add. Oh yeah, you see the bubbles? You want just a little bit of bubbles. There we go, that's good. I'm gonna grab this. Okay, here goes nothing. Let's start with a small piece. I feel like it's soaked up enough now. And it doesn't have to be oozing going into the pan either. And then just nice and low, low and slow is the name of the game. And then just in there like that, let it soak it up. And I'm going to move this over a little bit. Make room for this last piece. And of course I have more just right over here. What do y'all think? Oh, here, Grace. You wanted to try a piece, didn't you? There you go.
Thank you.
I'm going to try a tiny little piece. Look at that. That is a good piece of bread. Bring down the bubbles a little bit. And as you can see, if you bring down the bubbles, then instead of burning, it'll cook through. You don't want the French toast to be burned on the outside and soggy on the inside. Or even dry on the inside, you know? Okay, I'm gonna give that a moment to soak up. Okay, should I try and flip it over? Is it time? Look at that. That looks good. See this piece right here? Now let's flip this one over and see how it looks. Sure, I'm flipping it on some. Nice. That looks good. That looks real good. Okay, let's flip this one over. Let it soak up on the other side. Okay, let's see how this one is looking. Ooh, okay, maybe that one could have waited a little bit longer. Maybe it needs to sit in here. Or maybe my pan is not big enough. Okay. Give that one a little longer. Let it stew some more. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. I'm adding just a touch more butter. It won't hurt. Bring the bubbles down a little bit. That looks good. Now let's try to flip this other one. Let's see if it looks a little better. Okay. Let's see if it looks a little better. I'm gonna try to flip it, but not. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's my French toasties. All right, we'll keep it on here. We'll keep it on the stove. Let it do its thing.
Hey.
All right, let's take a look. Ooh, that's a lot better. So I think I'm gonna cook down this side a little bit more. And like I said, I don't want the bubbles to be too big, so keeping it nice and small there. And if I turn this one over, see what it looks like on this side. But then when I turn it over, that looks a lot better. All right. And we're just cooking it on low. Not going crazy with it. That's some good looking French toast right there.
Thank Thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah. Bye-bye. All right.
Windy outside today a little bit. Ooh. Okay, let that cook down. You get a fresh plate, clean plate.
Oh, it was kind of like oh, coming.
Now let's take a look one more time, and I'm pretty sure it's ready at this point. Oh, hello. Thought I'd pop my face in here so you know what I look like. Oh, that's a lot better. Look at that. Now that is a French toast. Look at this. That is a good looking French toast right there. Made from challah bread. Challah. Look at that. Beautiful. If I might say so myself. No. Bailey says so too. Bailey, get down. All right. That looks really good. My juicy toast. I'm going to move some of these. I'm going to move some of these old ones right here. Oh, Bailey. No. let's add this last one in. Oop, it's breaking apart. Woo! Burning myself here. All right, here it goes. Here's that last bit. Woo! Try not to break it apart. And there it is. Just like that. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Okay, look at this. This is a good toast. This is a good French toast. I want to brown up this last little piece here that I don't feel is quite as brown as I'd like to see it. Now let's put some butter. A little bit of butter. Look at that. Oh yeah. This is not a good one. I don't know what is. And then a little bit of syrup. Oh, Grace. Bring that over here. Looks like. I'm going to add a little bit of syrup. Not too much. Look at that. So all I put was the custard consistency. So 2 cups of cream is what you want, and 4 eggs. 4 eggs and 2 cups of milk. Really, you want to have cream rather than milk, but if you only have milk in hand, it'll do as well for a French toast. And what kind of milk? You want to put whole milk rather than like 1% or skim or something like that. You want to put whole milk if you don't have cream, heavy cream. And look at that. You know what? Let's give this a go. And I didn't put too much. I did not put too much of the maple. So. And you know what? The Old Spice works in there. It works really good. I couldn't find my cinnamon to add to my mixture. My 2 cups of milk and 4 eggs. A little bit of kosher salt in here. And allspice blend. That is good. That is so good. Look at that. That's a perfect French toast, and it's soaked up all the way through. But I cooked it long enough, low and slow, so that everything is cooked and it's not soggy on the inside, but everything is soaked up. I let it sit in here long enough to soak it up. and then let it cook in here long enough to not feel soggy on the inside. Mmm. Mm-hmm. That's the stuff right here. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Soak it up in your maple syrup. You're good to go. It's delicious. And you kind of get a little bit of that bread pudding feeling because of the custard that you made in here. Or the custard consistency or the ratio for a custard. Mm-hmm.
Face it to me.
Are you gonna try it? Okay, Grace wants to try it. What do you think? It's really good. It is really good. All right, I'll bring it back over here. And I think I'm going to turn this around a little bit. Okay. There we go. All right, let's look at this one. Like I said, I have enough. Oh yeah. See, much better. It wasn't cooked enough right at the bottom, and it's cooked enough now. And it's still not burnt. Perfect. Now let's turn this one over. And I might decide to add a little bit more butter in here. And I think I will because it looks a little dry. You don't want your pan to be dry. Because then you'll have dry French toast. Don't be scared. Don't be scared with the butter. Put the butter. Put the butter in there. Okay, let me hold off. Let me see. Don't be scared. And like I said, you don't want too big of a bubbles in here with the butter. Just enough. And look at that. I already turned it off, turned it around, and this was cooking for a good while, and it looks good. So I'm going to let the other side cook as well. No, what are you doing?
No.
Now we're cooking with gas. Look at this, y'all. I'll be right back.
You so
Ooh, it's starting to rain out there.
Mommy, the pancake gets about like 3.
Oh no. I know how much time I need on there. I got it under control.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, you can choose whatever color. Well, I don't really like color. I like pink. Let's sing along. No, no. I thought I was just eating something. I was just eating something. Really? I don't remember.
How's it looking? It's looking good. Okay, let's turn it over. One more turn. See? Just like that. Keep your bubbles low. Low and slow. What's going on in here? All right, let's turn it over. I think it's done. I think it's done. Yep. Looking good. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Remember the custard ratio. And I think, let me go over here. Custard ratio for your French toast. Use 2 cups of milk or full cream milk or whole milk. But really you want to use heavy cream. 2 cups of heavy cream, 4 eggs. That's your ratio. And actually, instead of cinnamon, you can actually put the allspice, which is what I did because I couldn't find my cinnamon. Ground cinnamon, and it tasted so good. It really did. A little bit of kosher salt to balance out the sweetness, and there you go. Best French toast. And I think the key ingredient, one of the key ingredients to this is that you use challah bread instead. So give it a try. All right. Bye-bye.